Hello, I am so glad you are here with me today. My name is Vicki, and my friend Happy Bear is here as well. You can't see her, she's not standing here. And the reason she isn't here quite yet is because she's a little shy. Maybe you get shy sometimes too. Happy, I'm glad you made it here. It's okay when you get shy. You just wait and take some time until you feel more comfortable. And we're glad that you feel more comfortable. Happy and I are here to talk about very important things with you today. We are going to talk about touching. And I know you know a lot about touching. And Happy does too. She's cool. But she's a bear, which you can see. And because she's a bear, she's never gotten to go to school before. So we might talk about some things that she just doesn't know about. I know that makes you mad, Happy, but you can't go to school. People go to school. I don't know, bears just can't. Anyway, you can help Happy out. If she gets to things that are kind of hard, you can help her learn them too. Anyway, we're going to talk about touches, and we're also going to talk about our feelings. And I'm always going to point to my tummy when we talk about feelings. Can you point to your tummy? Yep, Happy knows. And the reason we point to our tummy is because we have lots of different feelings. Sometimes you'll feel really, really happy, like that. And sometimes we feel really sad. And sometimes we feel scared about things. Or sometimes we feel mad. And that's okay, Happy. That's okay to feel everything you feel. Your feelings are real and they tell you the truth. So what we have to do is we have to learn the good ways to get our feelings out. Because, Happy, there's good ways to get our feelings out and there's not so good ways. And we need to make sure we know the good ways to get our feelings out. The first kind of touch we're going to talk about is called a good touch. And you know it's good because it makes you feel really good on the inside. And so, Happy, let's you and I pretend like we're walking down the street. And I see Happy coming, and I'm glad because she's my friend, and I want to give her a touch that'll make her feel good, so I might do something like this. Oh, Happy, my little bear, I'm so glad to see you today. You are a sight for our sore eyes, and I'm so glad to see you this day. And how does a big bear hug make you feel? Really good. And it made me feel really good too. That's how we know it's a good touch. We listen to our feelings and we feel good on the inside. And if you would like to find people in your house that you could give a hug to or a high five, you can do that right now. But sometimes we can get a touch that doesn't make us feel that good, Happy. Sometimes we can get a touch that makes us feel sad or mad or scared. And when that happens, we call that a bad touch. And so, Happy, we need to show the kids about a bad touch. But it's not going to be real. We're just going to pretend. But sometimes, even with a friend, you might do something like this. Happy Bear, I am so mad at you. I am so mad at you. I can't believe you did that to me. You're my friend. And when you're a friend, you don't copy when they're talking to you. I'm double mad. Put up your dukes, Happy Bear. I'm so mad at you. Tweak. Now, if I tweak Happy on the nose, do you think that was a good touch or a bad touch? If you said that was a bad touch, you are right. It was a bad touch I gave Happy. And she knows that because it hurt her body, but it really hurt her feelings even more. And so, Happy, I want to apologize. I'm sorry I made you feel bad. I was just pretending to show the kids. I apologize. Okay. Thank you. Well, most of the time, it's very easy to tell the difference between a touch that's good, like a high five or a hug, or a touch that's bad, like if somebody physically hurt you. But sometimes you can't tell right away. Sometimes touches are kind of mixed up. And that's when you gotta really listen to your feelings. Those mixed up touches happen when somebody our own age or somebody bigger than us touches our private parts. Now, Happy, do you know where your private parts are? I didn't think that you knew this. Well, that's okay, Happy. Don't worry. We will help you. Okay, if you have ever gone swimming, raise your hand. And when you go swimming, you wear a what? A swimsuit, that's right. And do you know why you wear a swimsuit? That's a hard question, Happy. But the reason we wear a swimsuit is because we have parts of our bodies that are called private. And private means it belongs just to you. And those parts are not for the whole world to see. And so when we're going to go swimming, we don't want to wear very much because it's always so hot. But we always make sure we wear enough to cover our private body parts. So Happy, we are going to help you learn this. We're going to let you do a pretend. We're going to let you pretend that you are a real live boy and you're going to go swimming. So you need to wear a boy swimsuit. So show us what it would look like to put on a real boy swimsuit. Ooh, nice job. Give Happy a hand. She's a very good pretender. And she put on a boy's swimming suit. And it covers up the parts of his body that are called private. And those private body parts have names. Do you know the name of the private body part of the boy that's down below or between his legs? Well, the doctor name is a penis. You might hear other people give that body part other names, but the doctor name is a penis. And if you turn around in the back, boys also have a private body part that's in the back of the... How many people have a tail? I said people, not bears. Thank you very much. We know you have a tail. We do not have tails. However, we have a private body part that's in the back of us. Do you know what we call the private body part that's covered up by the back of the swimsuit? Well, the doctor name is buttocks, or sometimes we say bottom or butt. And that's the boy's private body part in the back of him that's always covered up by the back of his swimsuit. And now, Happy, you get to do another pretend. You get to put on a girl swimming suit because you're going to pretend like you're a real girl. And we are going to watch and see what you do differently. Nice job. Give Happy a hand. She is a very good pretender. And she put on a girl suit. Now, if you watch closely, what did Happy do differently that time than she did in the boy swimsuit? If you noticed that she put the swimsuit up on her arms and her whole body, you were good at watching. Because you're right. Girl swimsuits are very different from boy swimsuits. They're a lot longer and they cover a body part that a girl or a woman has on her chest. That's the private body part that's there. Do you know the name of the private body part that's on the chest of the girl or woman? Well, the doctor name is breasts. That's right, the doctor name is breasts, and it's always covered up by the top of the swimming suit. And girls have a body part also that's down below. Do you know what we call the private body part of the girl that's down below or between her legs? The doctor name is a vagina. Again, other people might call it different names, but we want you to have good information. And so the doctor name is a vagina. And so Happy, turn around. Because girls have a, except for that tail business, of course, girls have a private body part in the back of them too. And it's always covered up by the back of the swimsuit. And like we said before, we call that a bottom or a butt. Okay, Happy, you know a lot of things now. You know that you have private body parts. Private means it belongs only to you. Those parts are not for the whole world to see because they're always covered up by a swimming suit. But, Happy, you need to know something else too. Sometimes people need to see your body. That's true. Sometimes we need help with our bodies. Like when you were little and your mom or dad helped give you a bath, or when you go to the doctor, or at a swimming lesson, the swimming teacher might touch your body. But you know what, Happy? When you get these kind of touches, you're not going to feel sad or mad or scared because these aren't bad touches. These are called helping touches because somebody is helping you do something that needs to be done. And we all need help sometimes. But a helping touch is a good touch. Just like a hug from Grandma and Grandpa is a good touch, we are so glad to have good helping touches. But Happy Bear, you know what? You can't always tell. Nobody can. You can't always tell what kind of touch somebody might give you. So here's the deal. Anytime somebody wants to look at or touch your private parts, you have to start doing your job. You have to start listening to your feelings. Oh, and thinking, Happy, you're a genius. You're exactly right. You got to think, is somebody helping me here? Do I feel okay about this? Well, then that's probably a good touch. Or do I not feel okay? Do I feel sad or scared or mad and somebody's not helping me with something? Oh, Happy, then that's probably a bad touch. And if it's a bad touch, Happy, you need to do 3 things. So why don't you make 3 fingers, because this will help you remember. Paws are nice. But we really need fingers for this, so we'll have the kids help us. Can you all make 3 fingers? And that'll help you, and it'll help Happy too. Thank you. If somebody tries to give you a bad touch, the first thing you need to do is to say the word no. No. Did you hear Happy? She doesn't say very many words because she really is shy. But she will say the word no when she needs to, and a bad touch is when you need to talk. After we say no, the second thing we do is we walk away. As best we can, we walk away from that person who's trying to give us the bad touch. And the third thing we do is we tell. We tell somebody that's safe, that we know, and we say to them, I got a bad touch, and I need some help.
Daddy, I got a bad touch. I need some help.
Oh, Happy, I'm sorry that happened to you. I will get you some help.
Mom, I got a bad touch and I need some help.
Thanks for telling me, Happy. I'm sorry that happened to you. I will get you some help.
Grandma, I got a bad touch. I need your help.
Oh, Happy, I'm sorry that happened to you. I will get you some help.
And if a friend tells you that they got a bad touch, you need to be a good friend and get them right away to a safe person so they can get the help that they need. And so Happy, we're going to do a pretend. And let's pretend that it's after school and you're at your childcare place and it's getting late. All the other kids got picked up. You're the only one left. Your mom must be working late today or something. And your childcare lady says, well, I need to go to the store and get something for dinner. But her husband comes home and he says, that's okay, go ahead to the store. I'll watch Happy Bear for you. So pretend like I'm not going to be Vicky, I'm going to be your childcare lady's husband. And so she goes off to the store. And so I come to you, Happy, and I say, Happy Bear, you are growing up so quickly. You are getting to be such a pretty bear. You know what? I bet when you grow up, you could be like a model or something. You could. And you know what? I can take pictures of you and teach you things because I just got a new camera. And so I get my camera and I say, Happy, you know what? For these pictures, I think we should take these with your clothes off. And so I reach over and I start to take your clothes off and I touch your private parts. And Happy, you listen to your feelings and you can tell this isn't any kind of a helping touch. So what should you do?
No.
And what should you do?
I had a bad touch. I need some help.
I'm really glad you told me. I'll get you some help.
So Happy, let's think about something now. If you get a bad touch and there's no one for you to tell, you can tell the next day when you see Mom, but there may be a faster way that you can tell. There is. You can use the phone. And if you don't know who to call, Happy, you can always dial 911. And what would you say?
I got a bad touch and I need some help.
And the person on the other end of the line could help you. Or maybe you know things about the phone, and you do, Happy. You could call your mom on her cell phone. So dial Mom, and what do you say when Mom answers?
Mom, this is Happy. I just got a bad touch. I need your help now.
And then Mom can help. And if you knew other numbers, you could call your dad or your grandma or grandpa. And so who would you call? And so, Happy, we need to make sure that everybody has at least one phone number that they've memorized so that they could call somebody if they needed help. And so I want to make sure that you talk to your mom or dad or grandma and ask them to help you memorize just one phone number of one safe person, so you will know who you could call if you ever needed some help with a bad touch. But Happy, let's think about something else too. You got a bad touch. Let me ask you this. If Happy got a bad touch, do you think that makes her a bad bear? You are right. It does not make her a bad bear. She was not doing anything bad. Someone else did something wrong, but not you, Happy. You did everything right. Say no, walk away, tell someone. I think you've got it. I think we can do some pretends with the kids. Okay, Happy, let's do some pretends. Let's pretend like that you are at a park and you're playing, and I'm not going to be Vicky. I'm going to be somebody that you don't know. And so pretend like I get out of my car and I walk over to where you are, and I have these little puppies in my hand. And I say, "Oh, hi, little bear. I'm glad you're here today. My dog just had puppies, and they're just so cute. And I saw you playing, and I thought you'd probably love to see these puppies. So you can pet them if you want to." And so while she's petting the puppies and we're talking about the puppies and everything, I touch your private parts, Happy. And so you real fast listen to your feelings, and you feel kind of scared. This isn't any kind of a helping touch. You feel so bad. You know it's got to be a bad touch, and if it's a bad touch, Happy, what should you do?
No.
And what should you do?
I had a bad touch and I need some help.
Thank you for telling me. We'll get you some help.
Okay, Happy, let's do a pretend again. Let's pretend that you are in front of your house and you are dancing, because I know you love to dance. Nice dancing, Happy. And this time I'm not going to be Vicky. I'm going to be somebody your own age. I'm going to be your friend. And I come over to where you're dancing and I say, "Happy, you are really dancing great." But Happy, you know what? I got something that's way more fun than dancing. But I got to show you in your house. Can we go play in your house, Happy Bear? And so we go in Happy's house, and when we get in your bedroom, I say, "Happy, I got this cool thing that these older kids showed me, these high school kids, they're really cool. This is a cool thing for friends to do to friends. I'm going to take off my pants, and I want you to do the same thing too. And then I'm going to touch your private parts, and you can touch mine too, because that's a good thing for friends to do." And now you listen to your feelings, Happy, and you feel scared. You can tell this isn't a helping touch. You feel so bad it's got to be a bad touch. And if it's a bad touch, Happy, what should you do?
No.
And what should you do?
I got a bad touch and I need some help.
I'm so proud of you for telling me. We'll get you some help.
Okay.
And now, Happy, we're going to be at your house, and I'm going to be your cousin, and I'm taking care of you. I'm extremely cool. I'm like about 16. And so our parents have gone somewhere, but they left me in charge. And so pretend like we're just going to watch TV. And there's a movie coming on that you really like, the Care Bear movie. And so we're going to watch the Care Bear movie, and I made some popcorn. which I love. And so Happy, here's a bowl of popcorn for you, and here's one for me, and we can enjoy this great movie and just eat our popcorn. And we eat our own popcorn. Will you stop taking mine? You have plenty. How rude. And so we're eating our own popcorn, and then after a while I put my popcorn down and I scoot very close to you, Happy, and I start to touch your private parts. And you real fast listen to your feelings and you feel scared. You can tell this isn't any kind of a helping touch. You feel so bad it's got to be a bad touch, and if it's a bad touch, Happy, what should you do?
No.
And what should you do?
And bad touch, I need help.
Thank you so much for telling me. I will get you some help.
And this time, you're in my backyard because I'm going to be your grandma, and I'm going to take care of my 2 grand cubs. But I have a lot of work to do in the house, so I'm going to go in the house, and you guys can play in the backyard. And there's a little mud place where I watered the yard too much, but that's fine. I know you guys will make good decisions. You can handle yourselves. You'll be responsible. So I'm going to go in the house and get some work done. And so while I'm in the house, getting some work done, I'm sure that my lovely grandcubs are being very responsible in the backyard. I'm sure they can handle a little mud and it's not going to be a problem. But I look out the window, and when I look out the window, I see, Happy's not making good decisions. She's making a terrible decision. And so I come out and I say, will you stop doing that? Look what you did to your cousin. She's got mud all over her, and so do you. All right, we've got to get you guys cleaned. Let's go in the house and put you in the bathtub. And so when they get in the bathtub, Grandma may help them get a bath, but they're going to listen to their feelings, but they're not going to feel sad or mad or scared because they can tell this is a helping touch. And so if somebody gives us a good helping touch, do they say no and walk away and tell someone? No, we only say something if somebody gives us a bad touch. But Grandma gave them a good touch, and they needed some good help because of the mud problem. But no matter who they're ever with, they always have to listen to their feelings and think. So these cubs would probably say, thanks, Grandma, for the help. And now we're going to do one last thing together. I'm going to say some things to you, and if they're true things, I want you to put your thumb up. Like if I would say, Happy Bear is my friend. That's true. Now, I might be tricky and say things that aren't true, and if I do that, I want you to point your thumb down. Like if I say, it's raining on me. It's not raining on me, so point your thumb down. Okay, are you ready? Your swimsuit covers your private parts. That's true. That's why we wear them, so our private parts are always covered. Here's another one. It's nighttime and someone gets in bed with you and starts touching your private parts. Is that a helping touch? No, that is not a helping touch. Your babysitter says she'll give you some cookies if you touch her private parts. Do you do what the babysitter says? No, we can say no even to the babysitter. If you get a bad touch, that must mean you've been a bad kid. Is that true? No, you are never a bad kid if you ever get a bad touch. If you get a bad touch, should you go tell someone? Yes, we always tell someone about a bad touch. Even if somebody says to us, after they give us a bad touch, this is just something special between us. This is our little secret. Don't tell anybody in your family or don't tell anybody at school. Even if somebody says that to you, we still tell. We always, always talk about touches. And Happy Bear, one last thing. If we tell a grown-up and they don't know how to help us, do you know what? We tell another grown-up, and another grown-up, and another grown-up. We keep telling until we find the grown-up who can give us the help we need. So, let's see if we remember everything we've talked about today. If somebody tries to give you a bad touch, what's the word you say?
No.
And after we say no, then what do? We walk away, and then what do?
We tell somebody.
We tell somebody. We tell somebody these words, and let's say all of us these words together. I got a bad touch and I need some help.
I got a bad touch and I need some help.
Give yourselves a hand. You did it. You learned your touching lessons. And that makes Happy Bear really happy because we want every kid to be smart and safe and strong. And you can do that now. You know how to be a smart, safe, strong kid. Good for you.
Say no, walk away, tell someone.